growing, like you're kind of stagnant and staying the same. And if you do, it's like you backslide and it's like, okay, well, this is just who I am type of mentality. Like there is no growth, there is no fruit, there is nothing. You're kind of just stagnant and staying wherever you are.
Hmm. Interesting. Um, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think that there's no movement. You are repeating cycles.
Mm-hmm.
You keep bumping your head. My first lady said you keep slipping on the same banana peel,
Oh, yes.
the
Shout out to
same
Mario
one
Kart. Yeah.
in the same spot.
Yes, every time.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's literally insanity.
Yeah.
You somehow expect a different outcome. Um, but I also think that it could be like lack of accountability.
Yeah. That's
Like
true.
maybe you have misdiagnosed the problem,
Mm.
or you know what the problem is, but you refuse to change. You refuse to take accountability for it.
Yeah, I can see that for
Um,
sure.
so yeah, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna
Okay.
say that that's what I think, because I think it's just like a toxic relationship,
Yeah.
right? So it's like, what's the toxic relationship with healing? It's like it has all the same elements of a toxic relationship:
Period. Yeah.
cycles,
Mhm.
patterns,
Mhm. Mhm.
don't serve you,
Accountability.
lack of accountability.
Yeah. It's all
Yeah.
there. Signs all there.
Except for, I think the difference is that it is self-induced because you
Oh yeah.
control it,
Yeah.
right? So this is like self-induced trauma. So I'm going to say that a toxic relationship with healing is self-induced trauma.
Mhm.
Okay. So go ahead with your number 1.
Uh, so I think one of the signs is that you haven't learned anything, and you're not willing to do any of the learning. Um, that you're just in this final moment to just be like, well, this is me. Like I'm not gonna change. I don't want to change for whatever reason. And sometimes, in at least for me in my own personal healing journey, like I do have those moments where I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore, like I'm done. I feel like I don't want to keep, trying to figure out the relationship with my dad, and I don't want to keep digging up stuff that I thought I buried. Like I just want to be done with all of this. So then it's like, but this is who I am. Like if I start right now, then this is me. Like, and I'm okay with that. But then, I obviously get myself together, but there are moments where I feel like, okay, I'm done and this is who I am.
I'm done and this is who I am.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I think that's a sign where you're like, this could potentially be toxic for you because you're not doing what healing is expected of you to be like, okay, well, I know this about myself, and how do I make the necessary changes to be better than whatever the situation is, or whatever had happened to me in the past. I'm better than that. But sometimes I don't want to be.
Why don't we want to be?
Well, I don't want to be, because then it's like you got to keep doing the work. You got to keep peeling back layers. You have to keep digging up things that you thought you had once buried. And that can be tough, especially when you've been doing it for an extended period of time. Um, where you're just like, I've spent years doing this, and
I'm comfortable.
I'm comfortable.
I know this is a devil that I know.
Yeah, yeah. And it's comfortable. And I can't see anything else beyond what the work that I've already done that's can be better. Now that's that like limited mindset thinking, and obviously you want to keep pushing through, because as you pull back layers and uncover things, and you continue to evolve to that next level. But the getting there part is really tough. And yeah, so shout out to everybody that's persevering and pushing through. But there are times where I really be like, all right, I'm done. Like I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah, me too. I'd be
Yeah.
like, well, how much healing does one need?
Right.
Jeez.
Like, God, this, I thought this version of me was pretty cool, but now here comes something else. And
Right.
now I have to do some more
Like, I
work.
didn't think I was that bad.
Right.
But come
But
to find out I'm worse.
listen, jeez. Now, God said He wouldn't give us more than we can bear, but I'm a lot to bear myself. Like me as a human is a lot
He
to
said, I don't
bear.
want to do this.
Like, yeah, I'm just kind of done. So I think that could be one of the first signs to be like, I'm good. Like I'm gonna stop where I am. I'm not taking the lessons.
But why do we do that? Like, I feel like when we do that, it's because we were healing, hoping for a specific outcome.
Mhm. Mhm.
And we're
Mhm.
like, I'm done with the process.
Yeah.
I just want the outcome.
Yeah.
I want to skip process.
And that
Hand me
yeah.
the outcome.
Yeah.
I'm a settle
I just
for
want the finished
I want
product.
the finished product.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the microwave.
Yeah.
I'm pushing 2
Yeah.
and I'm taking it out at 60 seconds.
Yeah. Cuz I want it
Cuz
now.
that's what black people do. We put a minute and then we
Yeah.
open it up at 30 seconds.
We
I don't know
definitely
why.
do.
But in any case, we're like, I ain't doing it. I don't even want to hear the beat.
Yeah, no. Yes,
So
like
it's like
you really are.
restlessness or some sort of some sort of frustration that we get in terms of process, probably because we don't know when it's going to end.
Mhm.
And when you keep discovering other stuff, especially if you discover something worse than what you thought, then you like, oh, that's gonna take at least another 2 years. I ain't doing
Ooh,
that.
yes. Then you are big
You
out.
like, wait a
Like, all
minute.
right.
I was adopted. Oh hell no. I don't have
Look,
time to process
this is
this.
another 5
Right.
years. Like,
Like,
listen, man.
I just want to know who my dad was and come
And
to
that
find
was
out I'm
it.
adopted.
And like, I don't
No
know none
thanks.
of
Right.
y'all. So, like,
Oh,
shit,
goodness.
who am
Who
I?
am I? I just want to know who he was. Now I got to figure out who I am. Oh no,
Like, I did not sign up for
for
that.
any of this.
Like, that's a whole
And
nother.
that's really what it is. The I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? I signed up for small healing. This is
yeah,
big healing.
yeah,
I
yeah.
signed up to figure out to make amends with my dad, not to figure out who I am as a whole human being.
Girl, and I feel like that's how the road starts. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna figure out my dad
you
issues.
peel back one layer and then you discover that there's so much more.
Oh gosh, yes.
Because it's like you compound the need for healing.
Yeah.
But instead, we'd be like, you know what? I'm just gonna put that layer back on. I'm gonna tack it up. I'm gonna put a band-aid there because I didn't sign up for this.
Yeah. It's
And if I'm trying to find out who my dad is so I can get a relationship, that's gonna take another couple years. I don't have time for that. I'll just go right to the relationship.
girl.
Hey guys.
Listen.
Right.
Cause that's
Welcome to my inbox.
okay. Cause yeah, I've definitely been in that situation where I'm just like, all right, like I've uncovered that. And now I'm like, okay, I'm
And then you be
gonna
like, you
keep
know what?
moving.
It's a lot of women that's married that got daddy issues, so that can't be it.
Exactly. Like now I know it just ain't me now. Cause if you're a millennial, your dad in the 80s could have been questionable for the most part.
Hey, if he's
Listen.
even your dad.
If he's even your dad. So the 80s was a wild time. Um but yeah, like I think yeah, you just you don't know going into it and you think that oh, I'm gonna just work on this one issue and it's never that. It's never one thing.
Yeah.
It's an abundance of things that just pile on all together. Um and depending on how old you are and your history with trauma and things like that, it's just like it could be so much that you have to individually uncover, but in your mind it could be like one big thing that you're trying to heal from.
And not only that, but a lot of times too, it's because it probably wasn't your fault,
That part.
but it's your
But it's your
responsibility. But you
responsibility.
like, I don't feel like being responsible for this right now.
That oh, that's good.
Like, I didn't pick my dad
That's
or my
ooh,
mom. So is it my fault that, I'm adopted or whatever, whatever the thing
listen,
is that you peel back? Like, I ain't trying to do all that right now.
not at all.
Like, I just wanted to figure out where I belong. And apparently it's nowhere.
Listen, man, because now I got to figure this out for everybody. Like
Right. Exactly.
that's out.
Exactly. It
So
becomes bigger than you.
yeah.
And it seemed like the magnitude of it just seemed so large that it's just like, now, am I going to work through that in this lifetime? Because
Hmm.
that seems like an ongoing thing. It was much simpler when I thought it was a small chunk.
Yeah.
Now it's a whole heap of mess and I don't even have the tools.
Not at all. I don't have the
I don't
capacity
have the capacity.
to
I don't have the
even.
tools. My perception is that I don't have the time.
Yeah. Yep. That's facts for sure.
So, no thanks. Let's sweep this big pile underneath this tiny rug and
Yeah.
move on.
And hope
Hope no
nobody
one trips over it.
listen. Don't hurt yourself.
Don't hurt yourself.
Bad.
Don't hurt yourself.
Listen, cause yeah, it's a lot,
It's a
and
lot.
it could be so big where you're just like, I can't even, I can't,
Can't.
cannot do this right now.
Or sometimes we have an idea of how things are going to work out
Mhm.
or how the healing's going to go.
Yeah.
And then when we get a plot twist,
Mm.
we're like we want to tap out.
Oh yeah.
We like, nope, I'm gonna heal from this and this alone. And then you discover so much, so many things that you again don't have the capacity for that you're just like, nah, bro.
Mm. Mm. Yeah.
I just have abandonment issues. That's it.
And that's
I don't
it.
want to have anxiety, depression, abandonment issues,
Listen,
attachment issues, and like that's just too much. We just go. It was just one. I signed up for one.
cause how do I even wrap my head
I
around
can't.
all of this?
It's too much.
Like, and it's interesting that well, not really interesting that you said that, but it's like we're all living with that. Like that's
Yeah,
a lot.
it's a
Like
lot.
as you're saying it, I'm like, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a
it's a
lot.
lot. Hmm.
Like I just want
It's like because it's
to,
like you open Pandora's box. So it's
yes.
like, no thanks.
Mm,
This is a legit maze. I can't even see my way out.
not at
I
all.
had an idea of how I was going to overcome depression, but now you telling me I got daddy issues,
Listen,
anxiety issues, attachment issues. I don't. That's too much. No thanks. Let's just go back to my symptom, which is depression. We ain't
listen.
even gonna deal with the root. I don't have
Oh
time for the
my
root because I can cover up. I can
gosh.
cover up. I can cover up the symptom.
Listen.
The root is deep.
It's too deep. Like we ain't going there.
There's not a shovel
Mm-mm.
in the world that
Wow.
can get up under that thing. So no thanks.
That is extremely
And that's
like,
just number
ooh.
one.
Yeah, right.
We ain't gonna get to 12.
We ain't gonna make it. Listen, we had to do a part two. We gonna give y'all six
It's gonna be
today.
a solid 6.
Okay, yeah, cause
Um, Sign number 2 of toxic relationships with healing:
mhm.
fear.
Yeah.
Fear that, and okay, let me go back. It's really not fear. I think that that's the root of it,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna say self sabotage.
Mhm.
I think that we self sabotage when we self sabotage means I know better.
Yeah.
I choose not to do better.
Yeah.
I have the information, but I'm going to act like I don't.
Mhm.
I see the train wreck coming, but I'm going to get on the car of that train.
Mhm.
Self sabotage means I'm actually going to create a scenario. I'm going to participate in the creation of a scenario and then play victim
Yeah.
when it blows up in my
Mm.
face.
Mhm.
That's my definition of self sabotage. I think that we do that because of fear.
Yeah.
And I think that it goes back to what you said about being comfortable, right? It's like, this is the devil that I know.
Mhm.
This feel, but I think even more so, it's the feeling of comfort in our body.
Mhm.
It's like when you break a pattern and you try something new, your body actually sends off an alarm that that it's a threat,
Mm.
right? Like if I'm trying something new, if I'm used to toxic love,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden I meet a guy who's genuine and sincere and all of
Yeah.
that
You
stuff,
be like, "Whoa."
I'm probably
Yeah.
gonna cuss him out, break
Yeah.
up with him, do
You're
stuff I ain't
so
never did.
confused.
I'm a
Yes.
slash a child, just act a fool
Yeah. Yeah.
because I don't know this love.
Yeah, cuz that muscle memory says
The muscle
no.
memory is telling me that this must be a trick. The muscle
Yeah.
memory, yeah,
Yep.
it's the file. Look at Bridget
Okay.
Whitaker. It's the
Listen. It's
file
the
in my
file.
head
Yeah.
that's telling me this isn't it.
Yep.
Because if you loved me,
You would do X, Y,
you'd
and Z.
fight.
Absolutely. You'd argue,
If
you'd
you love
cuss
me,
me
you
out.
cuss me out every now and
Yep.
again, right? So if that is what I've conditioned myself, or somehow I've been conditioned to believe love is, then anything contrary to that, I don't perceive as love. So I
Mm.
consider it to be a threat.
Yep.
So I'm gonna say that it's fear.
Mhm.
even though we can sit up there and learn that that's not what it is. And I know people always say that when you know better you do better. I disagree with that quote so heavy.
Mm.
We know better and don't do better all the daggone time.
Yeah.
You and I know we should have worked out today. We did not do
Girl.
that. We know better quite often, and it's a choice.
Yeah.
So I think that I'm gonna stick with self sabotage.
Mhm.
That is certainly, it's toxic because you literally have the knowledge and you're making a deliberate choice, and
Mhm.
then you feign ignorance. And you know
Yeah.
that's one of my biggest pet
Yeah.
peeves, honey. Even with myself,
Yeah.
you feign ignorance when you have to answer to the to the harvest
Mhm.
of the fruit and the seeds that you've planted.
Yep. No, that's good. That's good. We're actually about to go into our very first commercial break. So thank you for listening to Brunch with Bestie show. And we are talking about the 12 signs that you have a toxic relationship with healing. So stay tuned.
Times from Courtside Radio. We love to have you tuning in every Monday and Thursday at 6:30 p.m. right here on the Good News Radio Network. Don't forget to tune in every week, people. We'll see you then.
Are you trying to buy a home, car, or make other investments and being discriminated against because of your credit score? At credit909.com, our professionals can help you remove judgments, student loans, child support, medical bills, and other erroneous and negative items on your credit report. Call 800-752-9763 today for a free credit analysis and consultation, or text credit to 909-688-5461.
We interrupt your regularly scheduled program to bring you this ratchet announcement. What's up? It is Kelvin Unique, one half of the Get Right Radio show that happens
688-5461.
Welcome back to Brunch with Besties.
Hey guys.
Today we're talking about the 12 signs that you have a toxic relationship with healing.
Yeah.
We talked about the whole concept of I didn't sign up for this, right? When
Mhm.
you start doing your work and you discover more than you bargained for, so you want to tap out.
Yeah.
And then we also talked about self sabotage.
Mhm.
What's your number 3?
I'm going to say number 3 is just doing the fluff work.
Hmm.
And by fluff I mean or not toxic, but healing right now is very like mainstream. It's kind of this target word that you hear being thrown
It's
around a
trendy.
lot. It's very trendy. That's the word I was looking for. It's very trendy. So you hear people talking about it and like, oh, I'm healing. I took a bubble bath or whatever. Which is, I mean, bubble baths are cool, but it's like,
I love it.
what deep work are you doing? Because it just can't be like I'm gonna take a bath and that's going to rectify all of the things that I've gone through in my life, whether it's trauma or trauma induced by other people, or just issues that you've had, daddy issues, mommy issues, whatever the case may be. But a bubble bath can't be just it. Like there has to be more intentional, like deep work. And I'm not knocking people who
Take
take
baths.
baths. I'm actually kind of jealous. I don't even have a tub in my house, so that would be nice to get in the tub. Um, but yeah, I think there's so much more to healing than just these like trendy type of
Yeah.
things right now, such as the bubble bath or the brunch, or you know I'm gonna do a couple yoga poses, or um whatever else is trending right now for that work. But I think there needs to be more talk about what the intentional deep work looks like, and it does look different for everybody. So there's not like a cookie cutter, like this is what healing is going to look like. But I think there needs to be further real discussions about just the healing process in general, that it is not easy. Like it's very difficult. And every day is not going to look like I want to take a bubble bath. Like at least for me, like some days look really bad where I'm just like, I cannot even face this right now. Like I'm so like, I cannot believe I'm in this situation. or I cannot believe that I let my dad trigger me, or whatever it is, where I'm just like, okay, I need to like completely shut down. It's ugly, or I might be crying, or I'm sitting in a dark room. Like, it's not gonna always look like that fluff. Like, oh, I'm gonna go get this massage and this is my healing work. Like, sometimes it's just not that. So I think you have to, for one, know what works for you, but really be intentional and not just jumping on the trend of what we see
The
healing, the
bandwagon.
bandwagon
Mm-hmm.
of what healing is. Like, if you're really about the work, then you got to be intentional
Then do the
about it.
work.
You have to do the work. And it's not easy. It's not, it's going to be very difficult. And yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say that
Hmm.
that's number 3, like the fluff.
I agree. And it made me think about Lakeisha Jones. So shouts out to her and shouts
Yeah,
out
shout
to
out
us
to,
for Soulful Conversations. That should have been my
yes.
toast.
Oh
But I
yeah, we
couldn't.
ain't been here in a long time.
Right. I
Sorry,
know. Sorry for the
life was
reruns, y'all.
lifing.
Life was lifing.
Yes,
Whatever. We're here
sorry.
now. Okay. Love you.
Love y'all. Man.
But shouts out to Soulful
Yes, we
Conversations.
didn't even talk about it.
I know. The goal was to get 10 women in a room and have soul food.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And boy, did we do that.
Yeah, the
that's
food
what
was
set the diet
food.
off
Yeah,
track. But in any
okay.
case, and to have deep conversations.
Yeah.
And the first question that I asked was around, do we think that feeling is a luxury?
Yeah.
Right. Having the room, having the privilege, like, do we feel like actually going and experiencing and expressing our emotions is a privilege? Because
Mhm.
a lot of times I feel like we'd be like, I ain't got time for that. I gotta do this other thing. I can't do this.
Absolutely.
And yes, the puppy was there.
Yes, he was.
He was.
Listen.
He did not get to have any soul food. And shouts out to Mama Tina,
Yes.
who catered the soul food.
It was delicious.
And the pictures alone, people was like, okay, now I'm gonna need to know.
So where my plate at?
Exactly.
It was good.
I was like, oh, the plate. Everybody took plates home.
The
honey.
plates,
everything's gone. I don't
yeah.
have it. It's gone.
It was, yes. She snapped.
So shout out
to Mama Tina.
To Lakeisha Jones for partnering with us on that.
Yes.
More to come.
And Lynn's Lemonade.
Yes.
Lynn's Creations.
Lynn's
Lemonade.
Creations.
Yeah, for
yes.
sure.
But
That
no,
was
I love
awesome.
what you're saying about the fluff, because I think that it is trendy, and people will do the hashtags and people will wear the shirts.
Yeah.
Healing, doing this, doing that, blah, blah, blah. But when you're alone, right, what are you doing?
Exactly.
Like, are you actually doing the real work when nobody's watching, when nobody's looking, when it's not quotable, and when it's not postable? What are you doing when you actually are triggered?
Yeah.
What is your response? What are you doing when you're feeling an emotion and you don't know where it's coming from? Are you going with it? Are you asking yourself, what triggered me? Why do I think that? Are you doing the research? Are you listening to a show?
Yeah.
Reading a book? Going to see a therapist?
Yeah.
A life coach, etc.? Do you even have a safe place?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a safe space to heal?
Yeah. That's good.
What is that safe space to heal? You can heal here with us.
Yeah, I mean, every Monday.
We are a healing space for Black women.
Listen, each and every Monday. For sure.
But it's just, and are you intentional about creating room for that? Are you guarding your heart? Are you like, okay, this is a touchy subject, I'm gonna bring it to this community because this community is safe, but I'm not gonna talk about it in this area of my life or with these people because that's not safe? Like, do you even recognize that?
Yeah.
Are you creating boundaries? Are you checking in with yourself?
Nope,
do you have a check-in group?
Exactly. Friend check. Yeah. Shout out to Leah.
Yes.
Friend check for sure.
No, but I agree. It is very, very trendy right now. I mean, healing.
It's everywhere.
It's everywhere right now.
You look.
It's crazy because when did we start this? Was it 5 years ago?
Yeah, it was like 5, maybe almost 6 years
almost
ago.
6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, now everybody
healing and helping others as we heal and help ourselves
through
purpose-driven conversations. We ain't changed the mission.
Listen, it's been going all of this time. And it's beautiful that, more people are open to the space, but again, it's about what the intentions are.
Yeah.
So definitely not knocking anybody, but it's real working over here. And again, it looks different for both of us, but we know the work that we've put into that.
I agree. That brings me to number 4, which
Okay.
is commitments.
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes we know what we need to do to heal, but we won't do it.
Oh yeah.
Like, how committed are you to healing? Because there's always a point of time in healing when you realize that if I keep doing this, if I keep going there, if I keep hanging with this people, it's going to cost me
Yeah.
my healing.
Yeah.
And are you willing to let it go?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how committed are you? Are you going to stop eating junk food or whatever? Are you going to stop going to that place that you know you shouldn't be? Are you going to stop dating that guy that you know isn't any good for you?
That part.
Right? Are you going to leave that job because you know it's stressing you out and costing you your health?
Yeah.
Or are you going to
That's
be
the
like,
part.
well, I got to pay these bills. You know what I mean?
That's
Like, there's
good.
always that decision point where it's like, well, what are you going to choose? Are you going to be committed to healing, or are you going to choose this thing that you think you need?
Exactly.
So when you get to that fork in the road, I think that's when you can say that you're healing for real.
Yeah.
Because you're committed to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Until then, you just interested.
Listen.
You just hashtagging.
Listen.
You
That's
just
part.
taking the bubble bath.
You just taking the bath.
Maybe you are doing some research, but
Listen.
committed means I'm in and I'm going to choose it no matter what.
Yeah.
So are you going to still choose it when you have to change the nature of your relationship with your own mother?
Yeah.
Are you going to choose it when you have to literally quit that job?
Yeah. Yeah. And I think even the fact of saying, like, I'm going to choose me.
I'm going to choose me.
Above all else. And, I think that's a part of just your overall health that, you have to get in the habit of choosing you before one, it costs too much. And then you end up being in a heap of trouble. Or, you're just unable to, because again, tomorrow's not promised to any of us. So we can't be like, oh, I'm gonna do it tomorrow, or I'm gonna put me first tomorrow. And yeah, I'm talking to myself right now too. But yeah, it's like, no, I have to put me first because I'm important.
Exactly.
I have to be committed to me.
Yeah, I think it's about, well, what are you willing to give up?
Yeah.
Like when I was in Jamaica, met this guy.
Okay. On the island.
On the island. I should call Governor and be like, I went to the island.
I made it. That he would die. Yes. Yes.
That's funny.
He would crack up.
But in any case, I was just like, I know I can't keep talking to this dude. This ain't gonna work. This is not okay.
We literally live worlds
Right?
apart. But hey.
For so many reasons,
Yeah.
right? This is not okay. Right?
Yeah.
And I have nothing bad to say about the dude, you
Yeah.
know, and I could talk myself into it. But I was just like, I already know that this ain't it.
Yeah.
So why am I about to, like, no?
Yeah.
No. It's a strong no.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Because you had to choose who?
I gotta choose who? Me.
You had to choose you.
I already know this is comfortable. Is this, is that? Why? Because it resonates with an old version of myself. Right? So it's easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy because it's so comfortable, because I've been the lower version of myself for a long time.
I know that. Yeah.
Right. I know that.
Easy.
Right.
Yeah.
But, and here's the self-sabotage, I'm aware of that. So what am I going to choose?
Yeah. That's deep.
And the problem with choice, the reason why choice is so difficult is because there's one thing in front of us, and then we don't know what we're giving it up for.
Yeah.
I can see you in front of me. You haven't done anything wrong, but I'm not about to run the clock until you do. I was listening to I can't think of the guy's name, but he was basically like, when you know that something ain't it, you always think that you waiting on like a guy to get it together or whatever. He's like, you just waiting on him to hurt you. That's all you're doing.
Yeah.
So why if you already know that this ain't it, it's not it.
Yeah. Save yourself the heartache.
Save yourself.
Listen.
Okay. And then you're gonna pretend, you're gonna play victim.
Yeah.
When he does. But you already knew.
You're gonna be shocked.
You're gonna be shocked.
Yeah.
And appalled.
Yeah.
The audacity.
Man.
Right?
Real talk.
Right. So I just had to sit on. He's like, but I was like, look, it's not you.
It's not you.
It's not.
It's about me.
It's about me.
Yeah.
But I was just give it a chance. And I said, no.
Yeah.
I don't have chances for you.
Aww,
you know?
Yeah.
But that's what it comes down to is the thing that's sitting in front of you, like I
Yeah.
said, you know what that is for sure. You don't know what's on the other side of letting someone go
Yeah.
or leaving that place or leaving that job
Until you do it.
until you do it.
Yeah.
But who you gonna bet on?
Yeah.
Because I'm not with the devil that I know. I'm not
Yeah.
betting on him.
No.
Because one thing that if I'm gonna bet on him, I should bet on pain, heartache, compounded trauma. Because
Everything
now I'm
that
gonna have
comes
to
with it.
reheal.
Yep.
Okay, so you're gonna undo everything that I just did. No thanks. It's not worth it.
That
Not on
is
my watch.
good.
But are we willing to set it free? Are we willing to let it go?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, at first I said I was, but then I didn't do it. You know how you say
Yeah.
you're gonna do something, but then you don't do it. You be
Child.
trying to pretend like you be like, well, God, I mean,
It's me.
do it count in Jamaica? I don't know.
Listen.
Maybe I don't know.
God already know. It's you.
It's you.
me.
Are
Yeah.
you in Jamaica? Then yes, it
Listen.
counts.
Goodness.
It's a strong no.
Girl, I'm already
But
knowing.
but that's how it is. It's about what are you going to talk yourself into? What messaging, what narrative do you have in your head, and are you manipulating yourself? Right? And I was telling y'all at Soulful Conversations that I make myself, if I feel like I got a message from God or I'm supposed to do something or whatever, and shouts out to intuition,
Yeah.
to discernment, and to instinct.
Sure.
Right? Because those three things need to be your guiding post, because you always be like, oh, I knew I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Okay, well, discernment comes from God.
Yeah.
Right? Your intuition, that's what you perceive based off the information that you have.
Yeah.
Right? And your instinct, that's physiological.
Yeah.
That's
your
like
gut.
that's my gut.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, in Soulful Conversations, I said how if I feel like I have an inkling like that, I make myself write it down. And I do that for accountability because I have found out that I'm apparently manipulative to myself because I'll know something.
Yeah.
And then
not.
talk myself out of
Yeah.
it. Oh, no, they would never do that or this and that. But there's no evidence of this and why this. And maybe it's me. And
Yeah.
how come this? Nope, I'm just going to see how this go. I'm just going to, give them the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna blah blah blah. Hell no.
Yeah, no.
We ain't doing that no more. There is no benefit of the doubt. There's none of that. I'm worth more than that. So it's a strong no.
Yep. Period.
Yeah. If you don't like it, that's fine. You don't have to. Good day.
Yeah.
Keep scrolling.
Please.
Listen to the next episode or don't listen at all. Right? I don't care.
That's good.
Because it's not your life.
Yeah.
It's mine.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, well, I just think that I don't care what you think because I didn't ask.
Yeah.
Right? Keep mind your
We're
business.
good on the opinions of
we
others.
are so good on opinions. You do what you want to do because I'm going to respect whatever you do.
Yeah.
But respect what I do. That don't work for me. I've already done that and I've learned better. I'm not going to allow myself to keep learning the same lesson over and over. I have to change. I can't control if other people change.
Yeah.
I only can control if I change.
Yeah.
That's all. So I have to be committed to that.
That is so good. Like, I love that one. Being committed.
Commitment. Yes.
Yeah. That was a good one. Because I, at least for me, a lot of the times, like, I don't choose me first. It sounds weird, but sometimes I don't. Like, being a mom and, doing other things, just like, okay, when it sometimes it can be really hard for me to choose me, or I'm just comfortable in the me that I was, not the me that I need to be. So that commitment piece is strong, where it's just like, okay, you can't keep doing the same shit like over and over. Like,
yeah,
you gotta get out of
commitment
that.
says I'm going to literally inspect what I expect. If I expect a different outcome, then I have to inspect my own behavior.
Absolutely.
Right? So when you see it, like me with this dude, I'm like, dude, you
Mhm.
know this ain't shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know.
Same. Yeah, you know.
You know that.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy because this weekend my dad had an event at his church, so I'm there, right? And my niece comes and her mom comes, and my niece just started high school, and me and my dad are like, "How's high school?" and da 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 and all of this and all of that, and her mom says to me like, "I just know that day is coming." She's been such a good child, but I just know that day is coming where I'm gonna have to fight her. And I told her, I said, I said, you may not have to. I said, because she acts just like me. And I was like, I was a really good kid in high school.
Mhm.
I was like, I didn't have a curfew. I was where I was supposed to be. I wasn't out having sex and doing drugs and
Mhm.
drinking. I wasn't doing none of it. I was like, I was really focused on where I wanted to be. I was in Upper Bound. I was
Mhm.
working, whatever. And she was like, why?
Mm.
Right? Like as a child, why were you focused on that? I was like, because I knew I wanted different.
Yeah.
Right. And I told her too, I said, I would watch people in high school.
Mhm.
Because I told her, I was like, I had a bunch of different groups of friends, like
Yeah.
different pockets of friends. And people didn't necessarily know that I was friends with people that I was friends with.
Mhm.
So many people would tell me so much information and it would go into a vault.
Yeah.
But I would realize that nigga's nigga, he don't even like you.
Yeah.
Right?
Girl, listen.
And then when me having my brother and
Yep.
watching again,
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, these dudes ain't about to play
Niggas
me.
is nigging.
They
Yes.
nigging for real.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm out.
And I ain't with it. And you ain't about to
What?
mess. And I would see the devastation that people would
Yeah.
experience when they would find out that this dude just slept with your friend. Like
Yeah.
I've seen like friendships break up, like
Mhm.
horrible things happen. And I'm just witnessing it all.
That's crazy.
Right. And I would just be like, I can't, I don't have the
Yeah.
capacity for that.
You didn't want that for
I didn't
yourself.
want that.
Yeah.
Right. I wanted to know my ranking.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wanted to make my grades and I wanted to go to college.
Yeah. But that's that commitment.
Those are the
piece.
3 things that I
Yeah.
wanted.
And
If
and
it
that you
wasn't
believe.
aligned, it don't mean that I didn't suffer any heartbreak or I didn't make
Sure.
any dumb decisions because I did.
Yeah, sure.
You know, but it was just like at a large scale, I was never like boy crazy like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I'm not lying to go somewhere. I ain't sneaking. I ain't trying to talk to somebody else's man. Like, no
Yeah.
thanks.
Because
It's all a
that's
bunch of
dumb.
drama.
Right.
Yeah.
Like for what?
Yeah, I literally would look at a lot of it and be like, that's dumb. And then too, I told her, I said, I knew that if I got pregnant, I was gonna have to take care of that baby.
And that was out. Listen.
My mama wasn't gonna help do a
Yeah.
thing.
That was so out.
So I was like, I can't.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
if I felt like she would step in, then maybe I could be more risky.
Right.
So,
Say,
but I feel
well,
like people know their parents. You
yeah,
know?
they do.
I actually thought that I was going to die.
Mm.
So I was like, I can't do this because I want to know how I turn out.
Exactly.
I can't die, you know.
Mm. Mm.
So
that was good that you told her that, but also too just letting her know like sometimes we as parents we kind of project our
yeah.
issues onto our kids. Like for me too, like a lot of stuff that I did growing up, like I'll just be so paranoid. Like I don't want JR to do it. For one, he's a boy, so it's a little different.
Yeah, it's a difference.
And it's like I don't want him to just be out here clueless and not knowing things and trying to figure things out on his own the way that I feel like I did as far
Yeah.
as like relationships and sex and things. Like I wasn't talking to my mom about that. Like I was talking to my friends and like figuring it out on my own.
Yeah.
And it's like that's blind leading the blind. So we're
Blind
all
leading the blind. Yes,
being
indeed.
misinformed. So sometimes I get on him, but then it's like he's having the conversation with his dad, which I'm thankful for. So maybe you don't want to have the conversation with me, maybe you're embarrassed or whatever, but at least you're having it with somebody like responsible that'll tell you the truth. But yeah, sometimes we kind of project that stuff onto
Yeah,
our kids.
we do. And I guess what I was trying to tell her is like, don't underestimate her ability to think beyond the horizon. One thing that I
Yeah.
had to realize is that everybody doesn't do that and everybody can't do that. But even as a child, I always did long-term thinking and long-term planning. And I just didn't want her to estimate her child's ability and capacity to do that because my niece is very intelligent.
Yeah.
Very, very like she literally graduated a salutatorian from her last school. And
awesome.
she said going in, I want to be valedictorian.
Nice.
In high school, I want to do this, I want to do that. Every time I travel, my brother sends her the photos and she be like, I want to be like Auntie Sherry.
I love
And
it.
he says, well, this is what you got to do.
Okay. These are the steps.
Right. I bring her something back. Right. Here's a
Mm.
token.
I love that.
Right. Let's go.
And what a way to like be the example though, too.
Look, that's why I got to get my whole life together before she realized that I ain't shit. I'm just playing.
But in her mind, she like she is
today.
the shit.
Today. But then
like,
give her 5 years. She gonna be like, well, after further review, you ain't that cold.
But then that's the cool thing too, because it's like we want our children and our nieces and nephews to be better than
Exactly.
we are.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So it's like, yeah, then and then, or maybe you all have a heart-to-heart conversation where you tell her like, well, these were my shortcomings, but
Yeah.
I see you doing better than
Yeah.
where I was
I
at
think
your
she
same
does.
age.
She has the capacity to do
That's what's
that.
up. I'm proud of her. That's
She does.
wonderful.
Not all of his kids have that.
Listen,
So it's a gift. I'm like, I have high expectations for her.
and
Like, I
that's the
don't
thing
think
about having children, man. They
yeah,
be different than a mug.
they do. But
So
and that's
yeah,
why I think it's so important to understand your gifts and
yeah,
not take them for granted.
yeah.
Because that's one thing that, and shouts out to bestie Toyana, aka TJ. That's one thing
Hey,
she
girl.
had to tell me when I was in college. She was like, because I was like, it's common. I was going off about something. It's common sense. Blah blah blah
Mhm.
blah 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 blah. Right? If this is the input, these are the only outcomes. Right? So
Mhm.
this is what you should expect. And she was like, yeah, you seem to think that everybody thinks like that,
Mm.
and everybody does not.
Yeah. Yep. Because common
People
sense
don't
ain't
think
common.
about exactly. People don't always think about the outcome.
Yeah.
Now, to me, that's a given. Like it's automatic.
Yeah.
So, like for me, when I was in high school, I was like, well, if I have sex, I could get pregnant.
Mhm. Mhm.
Well, if I cut class, I probably won't make good grades.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I was always looking for the correlation
Yeah.
of things. But I understand now. I have a better understanding that everyone doesn't necessarily do that. Doesn't make them any worse or make me any better, right? But it's like there's things that other people probably think about and consider that I would never think about and
Right.
consider.
Right.
Where
Yeah.
it's like, you automatically went there. I had no clue.
Yeah. Like what? Okay. Well,
Yes.
listen. Mm.
Exactly. Like I have no sense of direction. Like most people are like,
Oh yeah.
well, pay attention when you come. And I'm like, I don't do that. I just don't.
Yeah, people who know, like, have sense of directions think they better than everybody else.
But like my
dang.
stepmom, she'll be like, how could you do this, do that, and not know where you came? Talk to this person, don't know what they look like, don't know what they had on. I'm like, because it's to me, it doesn't matter. You know, I don't know. And my dad will be the same way. And I'd be like, well, you was in the street. So that's why you do that, you
That
know.
is funny.
But I don't do that, you know.
Well, see, I worked at a bank, so I
But
think I'm good at details.
right. But there's also other people who were not in the streets who just
Absolutely.
do that because
Yeah.
of other reasons.
Yeah.
Right.
Same.
And see, for my dad and for my stepmom, it makes no sense to
Mm.
them how that's even possible.
Yeah.
That I could have a full conversation with someone and have no clue what they're wearing,
And I had
or
the
go
details.
somewhere,
Mm.
travel somewhere, and only follow GPS and not be able to navigate back,
Mm.
not even remotely close. Because I'll be like, I have no clue. Well, did you go left or did you right? I don't know. I have no clue. Was it up or down? Was it east or west? Is it near here? I have no clue.
Lord.
Well, where do you live? Hell, I don't know.
Lord have mercy. Okay, we gonna have to work on that a little bit because you do be traveling a lot. That's gonna make me worried about you all the time.
Thank
like,
God for
where is
GPS.
you at? Yeah, when it works.
Yeah,
And you have a
indeed.
signal.
Right. If I had to do an actual map, I'd die.
Oh god.
I'd probably be missing by now. You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Map I would be out too. Cause it's like no. The scales is dope.
Yeah, but
Oh,
but you know, but that's just what I'm saying. Like for some people, it's like
yeah.
that's only instinct
Yep.
to them. It's not
Yeah.
instinctual for me.
Yeah. Mm.
Right. So it's like God built us with certain gifts, and there's trade offs.
Facts. Yeah. Cause
Like some people, if they were to, got stranded somewhere, they absolutely make it back. I'm not making it back. My goal is to never get stranded. But see, me, I think about the inputs and outcomes. So I'm like, never get stranded.
yeah, that's it.
Let's
Like,
prevent the
that's how
whole getting stranded thing.
in that. Just don't do it.
Don't do it,
Okay.
right? But you never know. It could happen.
Hey,
And if so, I'm gonna have to find someone who's,
Mm.
who has better instincts than me in
Yeah.
that capacity.
Oh god.
But I'll come up with the strategy though.
that yes you would.
I would.
Y'all
I'll
be
make a mean
safe.
strategy.
There we go. Y'all would be out of there. All right. We're actually about to go into our next break. They come so fast. But thank you all for listening to Brunch with Bestie show. Again, this is the 12 signs that you have a toxic relationship with healing. So make sure you tune in for more, and we'll be right back. For more, and we'll be right back.
Are you looking for the best barbershop experience? Then the Locker Room Barbershop is the place for you. Check them out at their new location, located at 16900 Lakewood Boulevard, Unit 204 in Bellflower, California. If you would like to book an appointment, you can check them out at thelockerroom05.com or on Instagram at The Locker Room Barbershop LLC. Feel free to call the number 562-202-9602. Again, that phone number is 562-202-9602. Can't wait to see you at the Locker Room Barbershop.
Hey, my name is Jasmine Sweets, and I'm so excited to be bringing you The Sweet Spot on TGN Vibes, Good Vibes, and R&B. Playing the old school, new school, and in between. I'm coming to you this summer. Stay tuned.
Is it time for a career change? Are you looking for that role that pours back into your city? Bright Star Schools is an organization that is dedicated to supporting their educators to grow their careers, serving students and families all around the Los Angeles area. Apply now. Bright Star Schools is offering sign-on bonuses from $5,000 to $7,500. Bright Star Schools is your next career move. So apply today. Visit www.brightstarschools.org and click join our team or email your resume to teach@brightstarschools.org. Let's educate within.
Yo, this is Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked. And even though the extras hell, check out Never Not Extra on TGN Network.
That's right.
Y'all gotta have notes, cue cards, teleprompter.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl, Mysterious Jax from Ladies Night Radio Show. That's right, the entertaining, fun show with Cheeseman, hot topics, and just all girl talk. This show is for the ladies, so make sure you catch it every Friday at 7:30 with me and my ladies, only on TGN Latinx.
Are you happy with your life, money, career, or relationships? Most people are frustrated with how life is evolving around them. What if you could change one thing to turn your life into a different direction? Would you want the insight? How could you transform your life with intuitive awareness? Learn more. Get answers today. Book a free discovery session with Coach Zena, intuitive transformational practitioner. Go to www.coachzena.com or follow on Instagram, coach.askzena.
What up, what up, what up? It's Jay Pinkay from Limelight Live. Make sure you catch us every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 10 p.m. Eastern on TGN Talks, where we're talking creative news and reviews, and I'm just pretty fun to talk to. Holla at your boy.
Hey, Jackie, what's wrong?
I'm over here running around trying to tell everybody about the Podcast Pit.
What's the Podcast Pit?
I'm glad you asked. The Podcast Pit is an event where you will find some of your favorite podcasts performing in front of a live audience.
Will there be food and drinks there?
Welcome to Brunch with Besties.
Hey.
We talking about 12 signs that you have a toxic relationship with healing.
Yep.
Everything that we talked about was for our own experience.
Yeah.
If you felt attacked, no need to. Just know that it was actually an attack on ourselves.
There we go.
We did 1 through 4. We think we're probably going to get to about 6, and then we'll probably have to do a part 2.
Yeah.
The last thing we talked about was lack of commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, you talked about the fluff work, which was good.
Yep.
Number 4 was lack of commitment.
Mm-hmm.
What you got for number 5?
So number 5, I'm going to go with trying to bring everybody on your healing journey. That's what I'm going to go with. And everybody can't come. And we have to start recognizing that that's okay, that everybody is not here for that. And, you know, and you talked about too, having a safe space to heal. And I think sometimes people think they do, but then they don't. Like, you know, people are going to misguide you or kind of get you to just be you because that's who they're comfortable with. It's comfortable for them. And as you're healing, you know, you'll start to feel that instinct, that gut is going to tell you that you need to pull away and leave people where they are and to continue on to your path. But I think, you know, as humans, we like partners. We want to be in relationship. But everybody cannot go on the healing journey that you need for yourself. So again, if you're making that commitment to yourself, you got to understand that everybody can't come. If you're being intentional, you can't have it all be fluff work. Like, you have to really be intentional and grounded on that. And you know, you can't let it be this trend type of thing. Like, you really got to put in the work, and it's going to be people that don't understand why you need to heal, or, oh, you changing and this not you. And but it's like,
You think you're better.
listen, you think you're better than everybody, and oh, you healing. So yeah, just the little snide remarks and like you acting funny, and but it's just like, nah, I'm acting like me. And where
new
I'm
me.
at right now, this is the new me. You no longer know me
You don't know me.
because
That's the thing. You
I'm
think you do.
healing. You think you do, but you have no idea.
You have no idea.
You have no idea who I am in this moment. And for me, that's okay. But for you, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but good day. Because we're no longer aligned, and
We're
I
not the
need you to
same.
recognize we're not the same. I'm not the same.
I'm not the
And I'm
same.
going to continue to choose me on this journey. And you can be happy for me from afar, but just know that you can't come along for this journey or this ride, or you know be in my lane or any of that. So I think another sign is that you just want to continue to bring people along on this healing journey with you. So you're not really being, like I said, that committed to yourself, but it's just like you still trying to help everybody else in the midst of your own healing journey.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Which is probably yet another sign
Yeah.
that it's toxic, because it's almost like a distraction.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I gotta help this person. It's
Yeah.
like, no. But then
Yeah.
who's gonna help you?
Exactly.
So after you didn't help everybody else, who's going to
helping
help you?
And then you don't even have the energy or the capacity
To
to
help
help
yourself.
yourself. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's like, and help you for real.
Yeah.
Not help you in the way that they want to help you, but help you in the way that you need.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But no, I agree. I think that it's difficult because a lot of times we think that we have lifelong bonds
Yeah.
and places and commitments, and you can't fathom not hanging with these people or going to this place or rocking with this person, or even especially if they're in your family.
Yeah.
It's like, well, that's big cuz,
Yeah.
and that's always been big cuz, and we always been cool and whatever. But it's like, but you always been unhealed, and you've always been
Mhm.
triggered, and you've always been suffering and trauma,
Exactly.
and you've been accepting it, right? And then two, also realizing that sometimes leaving people where they are is a sign of respect, because you
Absolutely.
can't force someone to heal with you.
You cannot.
People get to do their own journey in their own time, in their own way. And
Yeah.
it doesn't make them any better or worse if they choose not to. If they can't recognize what you're doing, it just may not be their time to see it
Yep.
yet. Right.
Yep.
So it's like, okay, this is what I'm doing. If you're not on that, that's cool. But I'm about to rock with the people that's on that.
Mhm.
You
Yep.
know?
Yep.
It's crazy because when I was at my dad's event, one of my family members was like, "Oh, when's the next trip?" And I
Mhm.
was telling them about the next trip
Mhm.
next month, and they were like, "Oh, where you going? Is it the same group? Who did you go to Jamaica with?" I was like, "I went with this group."
Mhm.
"Is that who you going to this other place with?" And I was like, "Nah." And they were like, "Oh, really?" And I was like, "No, I go with whoever's going."
Right.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's who I go with. Whoever's going.
Mhm.
If they ain't going, that's fine.
Right.
I'm just gonna go with who's going.
Yep.
And I feel like that's the same thing with the healing journey.
That's a good analogy.
It's
Yeah.
like, I'm not about to fight you to make you go. It may not be in your plan to go.
Exactly.
It might not fit your budget. It may not be in. Literally, you might be focused on something. I could be distracting you, trying to
Mhm.
get you to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Or you could be distracting me because I'm trying to fight with you to go.
Yep.
I ain't fighting with you to go. If you going, you going.
Yep.
And I'll see you when we get there. But
That's
if you're not
good.
going, that's cool. I'm gonna respect the fact that you're not going. I ain't gotta talk stuff about you.
Mhm.
You ain't going. Because when you go places that I don't go, if it's not on my path, I'm not going.
Yeah. No.
And there's nothing that you can say or do unless you're gonna sponsor it,
I
child. I
mean,
might think about it. You
hey.
throw in a sponsorship.
Just
But
saying.
I'm not going.
Yeah. Not at all.
You know?
Mm.
Sherry, you want to go to Turkey next week? Well, I do.
Well, I mean,
but it's
but
right
not
now.
next
It's not in
week.
my plan.
Right.
Right.
That's out. Not next week.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Somebody texted me the other day and was like, "You going to Greek week, Greek picnic?" And I didn't even know that it was happening. So I was like, "Oh, it's a struggle." Like, oh, there was my line sisters in the group chat.
Oh.
No.
Lord.
I don't have there's nothing against it. I'm not mad at it. I ain't pissed. If I would have known about it, maybe I would have planned for it. But I planned on rest because I had a hell of a week.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to clean my house. I told you
Yeah.
I bought all types of organizing things.
Yeah.
That was on my plan and my path.
Yes.
Okay, I got the puppy.
Aw.
I'm trying to potty train, and I'm trying to clean my house from top to bottom.
Mhm.
Anything other than that is a distraction. It don't mean it's bad. It don't mean it's good.
Yep.
I assume that everybody that went had a great time.
Yep. And that's okay.
And that's cool.
Yeah.
I liked all the pictures and wrote great messages underneath.
There we go.
But I ain't going.
Listen, I'm out.
Exactly.
So.
That's it.
Hey.
And I feel like that's what it is with healing.
Yeah.
If you are coming against my healing, if you are distracted, because here's the thing: if you respect my healing, then it's fine.
Yeah, we're good.
It's just like when I
right.
go on the trip and then I come back and we hang out.
Yeah. We good. Because again,
good.
if you're good in that, you're gonna like the pictures.
You're gonna support it.
You're gonna support. Yeah.
You're gonna support it. I see what you're doing.
Mhm.
I ain't doing that yet. Just like when Brit thick Brit.
Okay.
Shouts out to
Thick
Bestie Brit.
Listen.
Working out real hard. Now I'm doing my level, which is I call it exercising, which means that I'm walking and I'm getting my steps. It's not high cardio. It's not highly involved. It's because I used to work out, and when I call working out. It means that you are sweating.
Yeah.
It means that you are sore. It means that you have broken your muscle so that it can rebuild and be better than it was before.
Mhm.
If it's not that, I don't call it working out. Anything less than that to me is exercising. So I am exercising. She is working out.
She's definitely
I am cheering under every photo.
Same.
I'm liking. I am saying, girl, well, half the time I'm saying, now what do you have on? Because I need that. That is cute.
Yeah.
How you gonna work out and be cute?
Right. Yes.
But then the other half, I'm like, girl, you better get it.
Listen, got to.
Right.
Definitely supporting that.
Supporting it.
Because
I'm not going.
Yeah.
Because I'm going on my own slower,
There you go.
simpler exercising journey.
Yeah.
But I'm still supporting.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
So we can still kick it.
We can still kick it.
Because
And
I
we
respect
good.
what you're doing.
Yep.
I'm not going to distract you. I'm not going to deter you. I'm not going to tell you that you should be exercising and not working out.
Right.
I ain't doing that.
And I understand that journey is for you.
I understand that is your journey.
Yeah.
And that's where you are. You have the mental capacity right now to say, oh, no, I ain't playing.
Yeah.
I'm going all in.
Yeah.
I'm not all in.
Yeah, no.
But I'm not going to make you not all in because I can't be all in.
Right.
And that becomes the problem.
Yep. It does. Yep.
Because what if you get skinnier than me?
Exactly.
What if you look better than me?
Yep. And people really think like this.
People do.
Which is crazy.
But see, that's the thing. Just like the trips. I'm going, but I know I can come back and we're cool.
Absolutely.
But if me going is going to make you fight me on going.
Yeah.
Then now we can't be cool.
Yeah.
Because you don't understand that my purpose is going.
Yeah.
I'm destined to be there. And if you're coming against it, I will have to cut you.
Yeah.
Because you're keeping me from going.
Yeah. And I'm trying to choose me.
And
I'm not worried about what you're doing.
I'm not worried about what you're doing. Matter of fact, I've been cheering everything that you're doing.
And that's out.
But if you're going to come against my decision to go, then now, not only are you not going, but I have to sever ties.
Yeah.
Because now you're coming against, you're trying to tear me down. And now my going is in jeopardy.
Yeah.
I can't allow you to jeopardize my going.
Yeah. And again, everybody can't go. It ain't meant for everybody to be there and go. You know, in the trip analogy, you know, sometimes, like you said, it just don't work out. It could be timing, it could be budget, it could be, you know, scheduling.
Maybe you got
whatever.
your own trip that you're trying to do that just don't align with
it
this
just
one.
don't work. But when you talk about like
the
hater
send me
people,
pictures,
exactly. You know? Exactly, because I'm gassing every trip picture. I don't care. Like I'm commenting, I'm liking, I'm like, yes, come on. But you know, there are people who just be like, if I can go, then whatever. I'm mad. Like I ain't gonna like none of the pictures. Like what?
But I'm gonna look at them now.
Right. Like okay. People are weird.
I'm gonna screenshot them now.
Crazy. And share them.
I'm gonna share them now.
Okay. Craziness.
I'm gonna start a group chat about them now.
Crazy. Do you hear me? And those people you cannot worry about, man. Like let this be the light that shines on that I needed to part from you anyway, and that's good.
It's all fine.
That's fine. So just remember, man, everybody ain't going. And that's okay. And stop trying to force everybody to go.
And that's what I had to realize is that me forcing you is actually me disrespecting you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have to respect where you are
Yeah.
just the same way that I want you to respect where I am.
Sure. Yeah.
So if you're, and people will tell you in different ways that they're not going.
Yeah.
They might not explicitly say it, but them trying to sabotage your going is them telling you that they ain't going.
Exactly. Like, no, you should go this time. Or nah, it's gonna be hurricane season. Like,
Right,
you can't
exactly.
go. Like, what?
Or right, or them trying to talk stuff about you going.
Yeah,
right.
Maybe I like hurricanes.
Right.
I don't know.
Not I like hurricanes.
No, nobody
Oh
likes
my
hurricanes.
God.
Those are terrible. But yeah, that is very true. Like,
yeah, and I think that's what it's really all about. Like, same thing, like when I was in high school, I had a bunch of different groups that
Yeah.
did different things, right?
Mhm.
One was like, okay, this the Upper Bound Clique, this is what we do. I would go out and kick it with what we called the quartet,
Mhm,
but then I
mhm.
would study with the IB Clique
There we go.
because I knew if I wanted to go out and have a good time, kick it with the quartet.
Yeah, you knew.
But they ain't studying though. Look, here go
Exactly.
my sister.
They ain't
I
studying
cannot
for this
believe I should put her
IB.
on the podcast, but I ain't gonna do
Listen,
that.
I was about to say, go on, add her in here.
But yeah, because it was just like, okay, but I respect that y'all not about to do this, and I
Yeah.
respect that the IB Clique not about to do that.
Exactly.
It's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and I'm because again, like I'm confident in who I am and what
Yeah.
I need right now. And they're and
But the IB Clique could be like, tell the quartet we said what's up.
on the real, right? And I was about to say, and on the verse side, like they were cool with it too because they know like what they need.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what's up. That is so funny. It was broken up like that.
It
too,
was.
like the group.
Exactly. Then when I really wanted to kick it, like grown woman kick it, I would hang out with Margarita and Jennifer and them.
Listen,
Okay, when I wanted to pretend like I was a full blown adult.
Listen, I am cracking up.
But that's and I mean and think about it even now. Like, you know, I got like the devotional group.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
That is funny. You do.
I do. Like, because I respect what everybody's going to do and not do.
Yep.
I don't push people's boundaries.
Yep.
I'm not doing it. If you
Yep.
tell me you're not doing it, I'm gonna invite everybody.
Yeah.
But if you tell me you ain't in, that's cool.
It's okay.
Because there's stuff that you're gonna tell me and I'm gonna be like, that
Yeah.
I ain't going.
I'm out.
You know?
And
It's
that's
a strong
okay.
no. Right? It don't
Listen.
make it bad or good or none of it. It's none of the above.
I love that. No, that's
I don't like
good.
soccer, so I'm not going.
Girl.
You know, that's it. One of my suppliers like, you want to come to I'm coming to Milwaukee. You coming to the Brewer? No.
No. Listen.
First of all, I can't tolerate it. You know how long that is?
No.
I said I'm happy to tailgate.
Listen,
But
that's
after that, I'm out.
and I'm black. That's about as far
That's
as we
far
go.
we're gonna go.
Listen.
It's a strong no. There's nothing wrong with baseball.
No.
But there is something wrong with me in baseball.
Yeah, there we go. Listen, we're big out because
I ain't doing it.
That's not what we do. So.
You want to come welcome the scholars? Yes, I do.
Yeah, listen.
Yes,
I
do.
could do that.
I could do that.
I can make it.
I could
there.
do that.
Listen, how many kids y'all got to get? No, I'm just kidding.
Look, hold on. Can you take me to the airport?
That would forever be funny, dog. And if you know, you know.
Listen.
You live in Milwaukee,
Oh
Chicago.
my God.
If you know, you know.
Chanel
man.
said, "Oh, I could definitely do that." Then she said, "Hold on, wait a minute. If it's O'Hare, I got you. But if it's Midway,
Ooh.
I'm busy.
I'm out.
I'm out.
Do you
It's a
hear
no.
me? It's
You know why? Because it costs you too much.
yeah. It was out.
Your peace,
Yeah.
your sanity. Remember, I think I told you my mom took me and you to Midway. We landed in LA. She still was driving back to Milwaukee.
It was crazy.
It's a
insane.
no.
Yeah.
But you know what? I respect that.
Yeah.
I know if I want you to take me, it's not gonna have to. It can't be Midway.
It cannot be because I would be like, girl,
Okay.
I love you, but I'm
I
out.
told this one time I wanted my dad to get me from Midway, and he was like, "Nah, I can't do that." And I was like, "I'm your daughter," and he was like, "And as your father," I said, "No."
I said good day. I cannot do it. Okay. You know how
I'm
far
like-
that is?
But he right,
Man.
you know.
Big out.
Now, and here's the thing: I would take anybody to Midway. I've done it time and time again, and I will hate it, but I'll do it because I'll be like, "Dang, I understand," right?
Yeah, because this is
But
awful.
I respect what people are saying because that was ridiculous.
Yeah.
First of all, when my mama took us, we had to stop and get gas.
Girl, we had to
snacks,
pee.
go to the bathroom.
Everything.
It was like the trip before the trip.
It was a trip in a trip.
And then that poor woman did have to, come back by
And it
herself.
took her forever.
It took her
By
forever.
herself.
And meanwhile, we in LA living it up.
Listen, having the best time
Having
of
the
our
time of our
life.
life.
Yeah.
And she's still on the daggone road. Okay,
Never
that don't make no
again.
sense. So, look, you got to respect whatever people's boundaries are.
There we go. Yep. And
That's gonna bring me to the fifth one.
all right.
Nothing has changed,
Mm.
such as
No,
creating
this
new
is
boundaries.
6.
6, you're
Yeah.
right. Number 6. Nothing has changed. You claim that you're healing,
Mm.
but you're doing the same thing, same people, same places.
Like you ain't removed yourself from
You've not
nothing.
even you're not even hearing different.
Mm.
Like when people talk, a lot of times I listen to, oh, they're communicating a boundary. Because people aren't going to say, these are my boundaries. They're just going to say what you said. Now, if it's O'Hare, I got you. But if it's Midway, I'm busy. That's a
busy.
boundary.
Yeah. Can't even do
That's
it.
a boundary. You're saying no.
Yeah. Even when I get my new car, it's still a no. Like, no, there's some issues with the car that I have now.
And you're like, and you're going to respect my no. You may not, and here's the thing, you don't got to like the no.
Yeah.
But you got to respect
You got to respect it.
Because
Because
when you said that, I was like, am I flying out of Midway? Am I flying out?
the look. Like,
let me see. Because I was like, dang, if I picked Midway, I'm pissed too.
Yeah, because now, like, my whole thing is messed up.
Yeah,
Like,
everything is screwed.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah. No, I love this 6th one that, no, you ain't.
Something should have changed.
Something.
Because if nothing changed, then you are still your old self.
Listen. And
you still got all the same friends. You got the same job. You're going to the same place. You're doing the exact same thing. And not even in a new way.
Yeah.
No.
You're just stagnant. Like,
You're stagnant.
just.
Like, there's got to be
there.
evidence. You know, a tree by its fruit.
Yeah.
If you're planting new seeds, you should reap a new harvest.
Yep.
Inputs and outputs. Here we go again.
It got to make sense.
So if you're changing on the inside, you should see a different output.
On the outside. Mm-hmm.
There's certain things that you just don't do anymore.
Yep.
Right? I talk different.
Yeah.
I walk different.
Yep.
The friends that love the old me can't go.
Yeah.
Because you're still in love with 16-year-old me.
Yeah.
You're still in love with 21-year-old me.
Like, that girl is gone.
She gone. You in love with 27-year-old me.
Man, she gone.
She's out.
Listen, 30-year-old me.
You don't respect the fact that now I'm however old I am.
Listen, it's gone.
It's gone.
She's all gone.
Yeah.
Like,
And even one thing that I noticed about myself that I still find hilarious is like I'm so in love with this daggone puppy.
oh, yeah.
But to me, I'm like, but that's evidence that I'm like a different
you
person.
are dead. Because I would have never. Do you hear me?
Because
Every time you post pictures, I'd be like, now she is one upping what I thought she could have even been. When I seen that puppy in that Target basket, I said,
Listen.
hold the press.
Stop the press.
Because my girl that went way down to the dog mom land.
When I tell y'all that so many people messaged me off of that story, they was like, shouts out to Veronica. That's my BCT crew.
Okay.
So when I want people that like that, I know that love kids and they gonna support them or whatever.
Mhm.
So we always would be like, we co-parenting.
Aww.
So when our students need something, it'd be like, such and such need this, such and such. She part of that crew. So she was like, you have turned into a white woman.
Literally. It is so funny because I'm like, even a couple years ago, like, this was not you at all.
I'm telling y'all.
Because when I got Milo, you was like, oh, no.
I ain't coming over. It's a strong no.
I'm out. But now this dog, and mind you, like I keep telling you, dogs are really like, we don't deserve them.
That's
They're
what you be
special.
saying.
Dogs really
And
are.
before I
tight.
was like, I roll.
Listen,
Shut up.
But now you see how amazing dogs
It's crazy
are.
because I'm telling y'all, if my niece would have never got this puppy, I'd still be boycotting,
You would.
picketing and boycotting. Okay,
And I love this new change because I'm like, I can't wait to get a new dog too.
I ordered him a Harley jacket.
Oh, so cute.
Yep, the twin pictures is coming
Oh
again.
my
Another one. Okay.
gosh.
It's crazy because I never would have saw it either. Like I have talked all types of shit about dogs and pets
You
and pet
did.
owners. Okay,
Listen, and
all
now
of
here
them.
you
Why are they
are.
alive? Why are they in your house? I told Andrea. She asked me the dog sit. I said I don't. Nothing in the house can be breathing. I told her I will house sit.
Listen,
I will not pet sit.
But
I will.
now
I will
look
bring
at
my
you.
blanket and have the time of my life on your couch.
Listen,
If
but
you
not
want
with
me
this
to house
pet.
sit, but not the pet. Well,
That's
can you?
out.
No, I can't. Boredom.
Mm.
I'm not the one.
This
I
has
told
been
you
a
my
beautiful change.
parents, they had dogs the whole time they've been for like 12, 13, 14 years.
And you would not have been able
I
to
don't
tell
engage
at all. You don't. You
with those
didn't.
dogs.
Past
Okay.
tense.
When I tell you, when they were in the hospital, I came over there to feed the dog only because I had to. Because it was
Listen.
like, well, they ain't ate in a day or two. So I was like,
Right.
well, I guess I'll
I
drop some
mean,
food in there.
I want them to be living when they
Listen,
come back.
Exactly. I only did that because they love the dog, but it ain't
Exactly.
me.
Mm.
That puppy wouldn't eat or go to the bath. I mean, that dog, he wouldn't eat or go to the bathroom because she was like, if you're feeding me, this is a red flag.
Like, we already know you don't like us.
They're-
And dogs are so
I think
smart.
the dogs was like, are they dead?
Yeah.
Because she came to take care of us, and that is not okay.
Dogs are very, like,
When
intuitive,
I tell
super
you that
smart.
dog didn't go to the bathroom for about 2 days.
Yeah. That dog was like, hell
And
no.
I was like, well, I'm only going to stay out here for 5 minutes. So if you better go back in the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
The dog was like, you know what? I'll just hold it.
I was like, we don't trust her.
Right. We don't have to deal with her. Like, I'll just hold it.
We'd rather just, we could be slowly dying.
Listen.
And we'd rather die first.
But now
Literally.
look at you.
But
Got a
now,
whole
when I
puppy
tell
in
you, I'll be
love.
baby talking to the dog. It's so bad.
He's so cute.
It's so bad. He be sitting on my lap in the car.
Aww.
We did go to Target.
Yeah, in the basket.
In the basket.
He was in there. In the baby part.
In the baby part.
Yes. So
he got his little
sweet.
clothes. And if I knew he was gonna act right at Soulful Conversation, I would have put his little bow tie and his little hat on.
Listen, right? You should have put him on some brown because that was a dress code.
I know, right? I could have did that, but I didn't think he was gonna act. I thought he was gonna end up in your apartment. So
No, he was chilling.
He was
Like
being a
he
good puppy.
did. Listen, he
look,
did
I
much
call
better.
a check on when he's not with me. I call a check on him every day. I be like, now,
Aw.
did he do good? Did he potty? What is he doing? What is he doing
Listen.
now? What is he doing then?
Just like
It's
a good
crazy.
dog mommy. That's
It's so
what you
crazy.
do. Listen.
But that's evidence that I am not the same.
not at all. Because who would have thunk?
Who would not me?
Me either.
Plot
As long
twist.
as I've known you, me either.
I mean, I actually hated dogs.
you did.
I don't
Like,
hate many things.
Never had conversations about how
But
you
look,
taking
people
your
be
dog
like,
on your
would
lap.
you like to pet my dog? I'd be like, hell no.
No. Like,
Why?
that's gross.
Why would I want to pet your dog?
Yeah.
No thanks.
You were definitely out. But I love this new version of you.
It's crazy. I don't know.
love
I don't
it,
even know who
'cause
I am anymore.
Now we
after
can talk
that.
about doggy stuff, and now you get it. Like if I send you funny doggy videos,
And
you're
that's
like, yeah.
the thing too. When you used to send us dog stuff, I'd be like, why does she keep sending me
Like,
dog?
girl, I don't care.
Maybe if I don't like it, like she'll just
Stop. But now look at you sending
But
me
then,
dog
then
stuff.
you would be like, I know you don't really like dog stuff, but this is funny. And I'd be like, this ain't even funny. Like, but now I'd be like, like I just think it's so
and now you
funny.
sending me
I
dog
know.
stuff, and I be like,
It's so bad. It's
love
so like, who am I?
Who
Mm.
are you? But that's the
But that's
the
what I'm saying. Though, there's
change.
got to be some type of evidence. You,
Some
you don't have to
tangible
go get a
change.
puppy.
We see it.
right? But
Yeah.
there should be some sort of sign
Yeah.
or evidence
That
or
you've
something
grown.
that you've changed.
Yep. Yeah.
Got a new perspective on something.
Yeah. I love it. Dang, we down to the last minute. We want to do a quick final thoughts.
Yes, we're gonna do our
before we
to go
go off
box.
live. All right. So, wow, I'm taking away just the perspective of having a toxic relationship with healing. Who would have thunk? But I mean, with every relationship, there's the good and the bad, and there are some toxic pieces to healing as well. So I think I'm gonna just take away the perspective of it all, that it's not always sweet.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take away the fact that having a toxic relationship with healing is really the relationship that you have with yourself. You know, and so it's like, do I have a toxic relationship with myself if I have a toxic relationship with healing? Because it's really the old me and the new me fighting.
Mm-hmm.
So who's going to win the battle?
That's good.
So that's what I'm taking away, is that it's really a reflection of how I engage and interact with myself. Am I willing to put down my old behaviors, habits, and thoughts and pick up something new? And it's scary because I don't know what's on the other side of that new.
Yeah.
But and I know what's for sure if I hold on to the old, but am I willing to sacrifice the old to get something new? I can't
You can't keep
receive
both.
something
I
in my
can't hold on to
hand if
both.
I'm holding on to something.
There we
So what
go.
am I willing to let go?
Yeah, I can't hold on to both at the same time.
Can't hold on to both. I gotta put down something.
That's good.
Thanks for tuning in to Brunch with Besties. Until next time, heal.
Heal.